Hello, Chris Walker with Big Angie Fan Channel with my review of the beautiful, beautiful, beautiful rendition of the Christian song You Say by Angelina Jordan. This was in her live stream Christmas concert a couple of years ago. There's been a lot of controversy about, it being released on YouTube. Her team had expressed the desire that it not be, but a duet version with the original singer Lauren Daigle had come out quite a while ago with Angelina's team not saying anything about it, and then maybe about a month ago somebody came out with just this Angelina Jordan solo version, and again the team hasn't said anything about it. So I feel like since the cat's out of the bag, I'm willing to do this review of it. I've had this in my own archives for a long time. This is my own 4K version of it that I made. So I'm going to do this in two parts. The first part I'm just going to kind of have my emotional response to it all the way through, not say anything. I'll probably have some titles in there about certain phrases that I'm going to call your attention to. Then afterwards I'm going to play it back again and compare and contrast a little bit with Lauren Daigle's version, be a little bit more analytical. All right, let's go.
I keep fighting voices in my mind that say I'm not enough. Every single lie that tells me I will never measure up. Am I more than just a song, or every high and every low? Remind me once again just who I am, because I need to know. Everything you think of me. In you I found my worth, in you I find my identity. Taking all I have and now I'm laying at your feet. You have every failure, God. You have every victory. Oh, you say
So that is just a spectacular rendition of the song. So moving the way she does it. Now, after when I first heard this song, just right away was blown away. I went back and listened to the Lauren Daigle version. So I'm going to do some comparisons with that. I think Lauren Daigle's version is very, very nice, and in doing this comparison, I'm not trying to denigrate her in any way. I'm just trying to point out things that are different that I think that make Angelina Jordan's version just so much more emotionally impactful. But first, one thing I want to say, here I'm going to be a little bit more analytical, and I'm going to be more of a critique. I have mostly extremely positive things to say, but there's also a few truth-telling things I'm going to say. One truth-telling thing I'm going to say is, people talk about this being a live performance, and I think, live has been used too loosely to describe a number of Angelina's performances. This was a live stream, but I have documentary proof that what we were watching on the live stream, when she sang this, it might have been recorded live, in one take, but we were not hearing it live. And that's the reason I know that is because when I was editing my own version of it, I noticed a mistake they made where you see one camera shot for like a split second and then it's covered up with another camera shot. That means that this was the switching between cameras was not something that was done live, but that was done afterwards, which means that this could have been all recorded in one take, but it wasn't. We were not seeing it live at the time. It had been pre-recorded. So to me, that's not a big deal at all. I mean, if it was recorded live, it was probably just one or two takes, and it doesn't really take away from it. But I think it's not accurate to describe it as being recorded live. But as far as the song, I just think it's such an amazing song. I'm going to be a little bit... the song is really great. I'm going to be, again, a little bit more analytical about it. Oh, one thing I want to say about this is, this is a Christian song. There's one question is, what are Angelina Jordan's religious beliefs? I've been very careful on my channel to not delve into politics and religion, and I'm not going to do it now. But I think we can say that there's fairly good evidence that she's probably, believing Christian, and this song is definitely an example. This is clearly a Christian song about God, and there's other things about Angelina Jordan that that point to the idea that she's probably a Christian, and so I'm not going to say anything more about that other than that I have seen comments from people who expressly describe themselves as atheists, who said that they just were blown away by Angelina, as well as comments by Christians who love Angelina. So I think that's one great thing about her is she doesn't explicitly lean into her Christianity at the risk of alienating some people. Her message is a broad message about love for everyone, and the fact that atheists and Christians can both be very, very moved by Angelina Jordan is a wonderful thing. Okay, so we're going to listen to this, but we're going to stop at various places. I'm going to be talking about it more this time, and we're going to stop at certain places and talk about and look at the Lauren Daigle version. Okay, so I think she's still doing a little bit of her opening remarks here. Okay, let's go.
And this is for you.
I think this outfit was designed by her grandma.
I keep fighting voices in my mind that say I'm not enough. Every single lie that tells me I will never measure up.
Okay, so this next part I want to switch over to the Lauren Daigle version, and let's listen to the things she does with her voice. You'll notice that she does do some techniques that Angelina Jordan uses, like there's some rasp and vibrato in there, but let's just listen to Lauren Daigle do this part of the song.
Am I more than just the sum of every high and every low? Remind me once again just who I am, because I need to know. Ooh, oh, you say I'm loved when I can't feel a thing. You say I'm strong when I think I'm weak. And you say I'm held when I am falling short.
Okay, so one thing about that is actually better than Angelina Jordan's version, I think, is the diction is clearer. And so there's that last line that she said, "Oh, I'm recording something, can you come back to me later?" Okay, sorry about the interruption. I was dealing with my mom and the mental state that she's in now. But just this Lauren Daigle section there that we just heard, one thing about it that I would say is a little bit better than Angelina Jordan is her diction. I told a story, I think, in one of the fan clubs of Tiger Woods. He had his first swing coach when he turned pro, noticed that he had amazing swing speed and would hit the ball so far, but it would often be very wild. And when he asked him about it, Tiger said, "Well, yeah, I don't really care where it lands. I just hit it as far as I can and then go and look for it." And I think the instinct of his teacher was right, because his teacher decided to just let that be, because his just natural ability to hit the ball that far was so good, and it would have been counterproductive to try and say, okay, well, let's control your swing more to make it be more accurate. It was worth it to be just this naturally brilliant, super fast swing speed at the cost of some accuracy. So the same thing, I feel like Angelina Jordan's, the choices that she makes with her singing, is just so naturally beautiful that we wouldn't want to interfere with it just to have her diction be somewhat better if that caused those other elements of her voice to be not as good, of her singing style to be not as good, if she became more self-conscious about her singing. But other than that, I think that Angelina Jordan, other than that thing about the diction, I think Angelina Jordan's version is clearly better in this section, and let's listen to it to see what I mean.
Am I more than just a song, or every high and every low? Remind me once again just who I am, because I need to know. Remind me once again just who I am, because I need to know.
And so she said, who I am.
You say I'm loved when I can't feel a thing. You say I am strong when I think I'm weak. And you say I am held
that part there of, you say I am held when I am falling short. I would have liked the diction to be clearer on the word held.
And you say I am held when I am falling short.
And I do remember there was some Christian commenter who said that although he loved Angelina Jordan, this was one song where, he did wish that her diction was a bit clearer. So yes, I would like that to be clearer, but I would not want a coach to tell her, focus more on your diction on this song, because, other than a few things with her diction, it's just so beautiful and emotional. All right, so we're going to go to a farther place in the song here, and listen to Lauren again. And here is a place where I don't know if Angelina Jordan actually deliberately changed the words, but it really creates a difference in the meaning of the lyrics. Okay, let's hear Lauren's version first.
Taking all I have and now I'm laying it at your feet. You'll have every failure, God. You'll have every victory.
So she says, I'm taking all I have and laying it at your feet. But listen to what Angelina Jordan says here.
Taking all I have and now I'm laying at your feet.
And she says, I'm laying at your feet. I'm not laying it at your feet. To me, that's like even more devoted to God.
You have every failure, God. You have every victory.
On the other hand, she also says, you have every failure, God, rather than failure. And it would be nice if that failure was, pronounced more correctly. But, overall, it's like the emotional impact is stronger, and I really love how, maybe that wasn't even intentional, but I think that change to laying at your feet instead of laying it at your feet is, I just think that really adds to it a lot. Okay, now we're going to go more towards the end of the song here. Just one last contrast between Lauren and Angelina. This is the very last part, where just the I believe part at the end. So if you listen to Lauren's version, it's like, it's nice the way she sings this last part, but there isn't really a lot of variation in it, and the emotional impact is, well, I think it suffers. Let's listen to this.
And I believe, what you say of me. I believe, yes, I believe what you say of me. I believe.
Now let's listen to Angelina's version of those same lines. And I think it's much more stirring and impactful the way she does it. She varies it a lot more. Okay, let's listen to this.
I'm yours, and I believe, oh, I believe what you say of me. Oh, I believe, oh, I believe, yes, I believe what you say of me. Oh, I believe.
Like, especially that last one there. Just she puts in some breathiness. I think if, I don't want to, look like I'm denigrating Lauren Daigle. Her version of this song is great, but I just think that Angelina brings it to another level, and it's these kind of little things, little changes that she does. I would suggest that you just listen to that last part carefully several times, of how each phrase is handled differently between Lauren and Angelina, and that kind of illustrates a lot of the style of Angelina Jordan's singing, in addition to, of course, just her beautiful tone that makes her so emotionally compelling. All right, I'm kind of distracted today because of what my mom's going through, but so I guess I'm just going to end this here. But yes, this is one of her all-time best songs, and it illustrates all that is great about Angelina Jordan. The tone, the singing techniques, the emotional connection with the song. All right, Chris Walker with Big Angie Fan Channel here in beautiful Hawaii. Aloha.